Okay, I should have fixed the audio issues. I think it was because it was somehow sending audio through my controller. I thought I changed my audio channels like I usually do, but maybe not. So it should have stopped. I'm not 100% sure it has, but yeah, let's do our first sort of mini exploration, I guess. It's not quite a full one, let's say that, but maybe the amount of dialogue we'll be having with these characters will make it one. We'll have to see. First, chef, hello. Hi, tea. Various countries. Cool. It's just a ridiculous amount of food for the number of people here. Let's say it's maybe a bit of overkill. The only thing I can immediately recognize, because I'm really struggling here, is like some salad. Is that churros? Is that ratatouille? I don't know. Breads, obviously. Here's some cakes and other things like that. Drinks. It's a bit of overkill, let's just say that. What do you have to say, maid? None of these guys deserve a name, apparently. Van wants everything. I don't think you can give him everything. What's this? Okay. You know, if they changed the sprinting speed, because, like, I feel like it's faster. But that could be placebo. Is that everyone? That's not. Oh, there's one more. Maid. Again, Maid 2. Maybe you should have been given a different name so we could differentiate you. More food. Wait, hold on. How much fucking food can you offer? This is 1, 2, 7 tables and 2 full displays of food, and you're like, yeah, let's bring out more. That's smart. That's necessary for this group. I feel like they don't really understand them very well, how much they eat. Now, what do you have, Butler? That's blue. Okay. Oh, a book. Wasn't expecting that here. I guess I'll read it quickly just to get an idea of where we are. I'm not gonna actually read it. Space. Wait, hold on. Space hypothesized to be a mysterious realm left behind by the goddess. That's very funny. I don't want to read this until later. I don't think I really like reading it when I'm recording. I feel like it just doesn't work. Altair was briefly mentioned there, so maybe we'll finally go to it this game. You know, the fucking city they hyped up, or rather mentioned consistently, for how many games? How many? And yet we still haven't gone there in 2 Calvard Art games. The most we've seen of it is like 1 shot in Azure. Fruit juice. Yeah, great. That's good for Ferry. Right. Who do we start with? There are some good groups here. We have the Qasim family. But this one has Reen. So maybe we want to get it out of the way. Just to run it down. Yeah, let's run it down. Okay, Reen. What do you and Crow have to add? And then Lapis having fun by herself. Eating up. Nice. Find anything tasty. He probably has many, many things. I mean, she has quite literally got a bottomless stomach. There's probably like a full hole in her center that she can just put as much food in as she needs to. I don't know how that works, because shouldn't she operate in orbital energy to some degree? How does that work? Orbital energy is one that just slowly recuperates by itself. Maybe it... who knows? She's not a dog, man. No, never mind, maybe she is. Nah, that's just you trying to be too close to the player there, Van. You shouldn't feel that way at all. Yes, the immigrant incident. We knew he was there. I'm not sure how it adds up, but it adds up somehow. The second generation, was it? Or new generation? Still don't know what it is, but my theory remains the robots, and Nina is not a robot, as it turns out. Maybe she is. No, but it's probably not the case. Oh, he's also serving as a sort of Spriggan. In Talsem? Wow, he's even more in the east. Huh. Unsung hero. I'm not sure he really is a hero. He did do mainly villainous things when he was C. And even then, he wasn't that much of a hero compared to the others, you know? Lapis really was just here to say, man, this is tasty. I love eating. And that's it. Why not name drop her? You know who she is. He knows who she is. Running at the start of last year. I guess that's around when it was? Yeah, if they don't have a confrontation in this game, I'm very, very surprised at how much Falcom is holding back. That's way more patience than I expect from them this game. I expect this game to be a bit bombastic, not entirely, but there's going to be some stuff here that's just going to go crazy. They're just randomly doing space after all, you know? That's not going to be low-key. We're trying, but we also aren't trying. 2 months she's disappeared. Oh wow, they actually are mentioning what happened in the credits. What? Did she bring it to her? How the fuck did she have that? That doesn't make any sense. And look at that. This is actually going to be quite long, these discussions, huh? It is a very impressive body. Is she going to get a final one when she's an actual, you know, adult? Who knows? I mean, they're basically a group, man. There's no question why they're trying to meet up. That's good. It's good to see she isn't stuck like that forever. Yeah, look, Reen, this is where you discover that a fan... I don't mean this in the sense that, yeah, he's the true protagonist, but he's the protagonist of the fucking world, of how many people know him. It's actually beyond words. It's been a while since we last experienced that in full, but it's close enough. And it left enough of an impression that it just sticks. It just sticks. He's gonna know Cassius or some bullshit. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to keep tabs on him, apparently. I'm not sure why they would. Anything else, guys? My god, that's a lot of dialogue for them. Yeah, you'll get to collaborate. For now. But you're gonna be mostly separate, I imagine, if you have different routes? Probably. Let's, you know, do the other group with our protagonist in it. Kevin's gonna be a route, right? I know there are 3. There are 3? Maybe? I'm pretty sure. And he is the other actual protagonist in the groups, so... They really should hold back on using the word Horizons this game. It just feels like they're name-dropping. Oh, he's looking over to Rufus. He's trying to create his own network of people. Yeah, genuinely, what is Marduk up to? It's becoming more and more mysterious the more out of the way they've been. They haven't really involved themselves with the Genesis at all. Not even space. They helped with Gramheart, but that's about it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what the end goal of this technology would be, though. It'd be very specific situations it could be used, it feels like. Yeah, but who is Her Holiness, you fuck? You can't just start name-dropping the Pope and go, yeah, we'll not discuss that for now. They're just trying to make it worse for us. They want it to be ever more mysterious. He wanted to invite more people. Okay, he didn't do it very particularly. He didn't go, okay, I want these people from this group. College credit requirements. He does? Really? Him? I feel like he should just either have the connections to get into anywhere he wants, or just have the sheer intelligence to get a scholarship through the means of being a kid genius beyond words. Also, the panning of the camera now, they're really trying to expand the range of their cinematic use. I just noticed how tropical this music is. It's starting to feel very out of place. She's dealing with the Arteria incident they mentioned, whatever it was. What does that mean? Well, that's a way of putting it. I'm not sure he's quite under her thumb, but he's definitely influenced. Thorndyke. Okay, but I don't think it's just them, it's also the player. I'm not sure if I technically exist in this world, but it's starting to feel more and more likely. Or some person I'm embodying exists, at least. Who the fuck knows? And I've stopped questioning it beyond just like, what's wrong with you guys? I'm not gonna ask about the particulars of any one thing, because there's no way to get the information necessary. Yeah, that makes sense. He feels like the type of person who would immediately go like, hey Kevin, you're really struggling. His Dominion stigma, I don't know why I was calling it Dominion stigma, but still. It's definitely the weirdest one we've seen. Actually, Gaius's / Parkhorn's also pretty strange. They just don't play into a theme directly. Compared to, Celis and Leon, we have a theme for them. We have a sort of theme for Thomas. You know, Kevin is Spears? Sort of. Spatial, Wazy is a bit weird, but he has like demonic transformation, which has its own aspect to it, but Kevin's just, he summoned spears from an artifact. Yeah? And Gaia says, I have no fucking idea. There's no information on that one. The thing with Kevin is we know about it, but don't really know about it. Okay, they have more to say. No, I did not think we'd meet up on a fucking 4 SPG. That's a very minor thing to meet up over. It's because, I mean, Van makes perfect sense. Especially Rosette there. But the other people they've had testing for them is a network. Let's put it that way. Hidden. You have more disciples we don't know about? Welcome, do you just love teaching? Was that your biggest ambition in life? To teach as many people as possible? Let's go over here. Hi Mirabelle, how are you handling their dynamic? It's an interesting one. Traineeship. I guess you could call it that. I guess it's a traineeship, yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? And also, that's just completely outside of her style. She is not very bombastic, you know. She just doesn't have the presence. Maybe one day, but in the moment, she just lacks it. Except, this is the perfect moment outside of combat or training where they should be talking casually, and they're not. We've never seen it. They have extra siblings? I think we knew that. I completely forgot. Yeah, look, they're together. They're together. We know it. She doesn't want to admit it, huh? 3 years? 3 years? 3? They better make this a serious plot point for him. And her, but she's less relevant, you know. Make it interesting in the world. You literally have somebody you can do that with, Fan, and you've chosen not to. Arguably, you have that choice with like 4 people. What is happening with her hair? Wait a minute. High-speed mode affects the physics? What the fuck is this? I've never seen it do that before. Is that a new bug, or? It's affecting Van too. Interesting. Yeah, it's affecting the physics. Huh. Has this been a thing this entire time and I've just completely missed it? Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, back to the conversation. Yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to get back together if they're doing anything interesting with this storyline. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Wow. That's a way of saying well. Pardon my insolence. Having Van speak like that is a terrifying achievement. A terrifying achievement. That one was a lot shorter and a lot more casual and fun. I wonder if we'll see them. It feels like, you know, the Nord group. It's like, yeah, they come up. They're characters. They're not really relevant compared to the members of the family that are relevant, but they're there. Oh, whoa, she said that was quite the confession there. This is cute. Very cute. Van has none because they're trying to do a will they won't they, and they're trying to do two different characters, except one of them sort of being, you know, set up to fail. Just the other day, how long ago is just the other day at this point? That was like 4 months ago? You were at the village? Or recently? Cool. He's saying value bonds. I don't think we've ever heard him talk like that before, which is really interesting. They seem to want to expand him a bit. Get it deeper into him now that we're getting into the later reaches of the Calvard storyline. Hello Rufus, hello Altina. Not. Well, she still has that aspect to her where she's a bit quiet. I can see Altina and Rosette getting along quite well, but Rufus, he sort of slots in weirdly. And just look at the physics, why? Yeah, I mean, they've definitely got a relationship going. I know that they technically slot together, but it's still weird for them to slot together, you know what I mean? Their history is there. Still a weird combination. They don't feel like they have a relationship, but they do. The porn, why would you say that, man? Why would you say that? Never mind, she loved it. God, they're really doing some weird stuff with the camera. I'm so not used to it, and I feel like I shouldn't be high-speed moding anymore. I just want to read the text faster, man. It's not fast enough for me. There's only this speed or instant, and I don't want instant. Alborea, I feel like that's the worst thing to call him. Calling him Rufus, people might put it together, but if you call him Alborea, that's very likely for them to put it together. Yeah, that was a big clutch. Rufus pulled a mega move. Pure Giga Chad energy. Just nothing else can be described there. One of his best moments, honestly, and it's just him saying, hey, here, have a discussion with the person. I already like the way they've set up this relationship between the two of them. He's technically beholden to a lot of people in his mind. You'll get used to it. They're a very interesting duo here. I hope they interact a lot more, because this is, I think, out of all the conversations we've had here, they're the most immediately fitting into a good chemistry. Look at them. They're just having a casual, fun conversation. Okay, what's the progress? More food. Yep, that's what they mentioned. From the Erebonian place? Which one? I don't remember any particular place that caters to them. What the fuck is Van's face? He is like a kid. Look at that. Oh my god. That's him pogging out of his mind, huh? Trying additional suites will change the location and provide new topics. We're not done. We have more groups to talk to. Okay. Yeah, a lot of characters are in these situations where they're just like, you're smart, so now you're going to be talking to everybody of importance in the technological field in this series. Every single one. And that mainly means the Epstein Foundation, but generally everyone. New responsibilities? I have no idea what that could mean. Cool. Cool. What thoughts, though? What thoughts, Rufus? If you have thoughts, you're the most likely to actually understand what's going on. You have that ability to read things. He has a strengths that you sorely lacked as a team. Sorely lacked. Right, maid. Let's have some sweets. The Sacher Tort? The sweet cake? Sugar cake, sorry? The sugar cake. Okay. I'm calling it the sugar cake. That's a very basic name for what is your exceptional dish that embodies the country. Not quite what you'd expect for a signature, but fresh just this morning and air delivered here. Man, this is excess, huh? Dunan would love it here. Yeah, let's go. Let's have our next part. Oh,
that rich, decadent butter cake slathered in a smooth, lustrous ganache.
yep.
I hear it's even been soaked in a sweet and deliciously tart apricot jam. I'm drooling just thinking about it.
The way she comes over, mouth open in pure joy, her eyes trained on it. This is wonderful. The two of them mix perfectly.
Can I get a piece? Wait, no.
It's
Two
already
pieces?
gone, Van.
I'll take the entire cake.
It's already gone, Van. It's doomed.
What the crap?
Hello, Van. Doesn't this cake look exceptionally yummy?
He was just explaining it,
I'd love
actually.
to be able to take it home and share it with Nadi and Swin, but it'll probably get eaten up here, huh? What a shame.
She's a fucking bastard. Let him have a slice, man.
Sir?
Let him have a
It's fine.
slice.
You can give it to her.
You stole his previous fucking sweets, and now you're like... Hold on. First of all, she stole his previous fucking sweets, and now she's taking this one too. Lapis, you're being horrible, man. But also...
It's fine. You can give it to her.
The sound. That is a beautiful sound of defeat. Wow.
Thanks. I'll take it then.
Fucking hell. No mercy at all. No love. She's gonna eat it all herself, man. Every last bit.
Wow, that cake Lapis had looked delicious. Can I get some too? Van?
He's just
I
fucked.
failed
He's
you,
dead.
my empress.
He's dead.
It'll
He's
be
been
all right,
murdered.
sir.
Oh,
We have a
Never mind,
second
he's
one
fine.
ready in the back. I'll go prepare it.
it's fine if there's a second one. Lapis tried to get more, but he stopped her. That is great stuff. The two fit so well together. What a relationship. More conversations. They really want to let you have fun with the meetings here. They're like, fan service needs to be executed, let it be executed. Made. It's already gone, everybody loved it. I guess you really should have more of the premium dish you're serving, I guess. Every other dish, you can have as little as you want. But the premium, that's the one you want to prepare a ton of. They're just talking about food, man.
It'll be my pleasure.
They're just talking about food. I guess that's what happens when you don't give them names. Yeah, that's because of Van and Lapis. Oh, it's the kids. We have the kids' table. Kevin and the maids. Interesting. The morally ambiguous table. And the maybe heroic table? I'm not sure. Let's start with the girls. Sure was, wasn't it? She literally fucking lied to his face and didn't even try to hide it. Yeah, it's for Noddy and Swin. What? Yeah, it's all gone. Why are you so curious? You know, she just isn't hiding at all. And you have Van who appreciates the art and her who just likes the taste and goes, yummy. Yume feeding Lapis would have been wonderful. A certain rook's got a nest egg hidden away. What the fuck does that mean? Who's the rook? I remember that you mentioned this. Was the rook's Rufus? They seem... Oh, nest egg. Money. Money! He has money stashed away. I got it! I've never heard that term, really. Oh. You know, you're wasting it then. Other people could try it for the first time. And yeah, we know it's Milliam. That's the only close relative she has. You guys can gain weight. No, yeah, you can gain weight. That's actually pretty sensible. Tio, is it Tio? Or who is the acquaintance? Who likes pretzels? Is it Kia? Kia's around their age, not quite, but close, but maybe the exact same. Hold on a minute. That happened in 1203 and 4, right? And now it's 1209. She's older, man. I just realized we're approaching a teenage Kia. She ever appears again. Right, weird to think about. Really weird to think about. But who the fuck are we talking about liking pretzels? Which one is that? There's two choices. There's a third, arguably, with Ellie. Unless you're talking about... Fuck, what was his name? The Chad in the bakery. With the relationship with the girl from the bakery. Lloyd's friend. Baker King himself that visited Erebonia. For a bit. I don't remember. But him... First made in monasteries. Interesting. Yuna! It's Yuna? They were talking about Yuna? I just wasn't thinking about Yuna having any food-related things, and I guess I forgot she was Crossbellion. Right, I forgot she existed. Which sucks. Really, considering how good she was in 3 and the beginning of 4. And then she stopped being a character. Move on from that. I don't think a pretzel is a sweet, technically. Yeah, of course he is. One day when we travel in another arc, they'll appear and they'll be in a different place and they'll have some nice food. Lapis, you're gonna have to grow up to be a fucking food critic for him. Valis. Okay. I mean, Thorndyke might know. We don't actually know if he likes sugar or anything about his personality, really. Beyond, he's a good businessman. Altina. driven, that's a way of putting it. This is why him and Elaine are perfect. Just need to reiterate that. Sorry, I really like that relationship. It's probably my favorite since Estelle and Joshua, and that one started off a lot weaker than Elaine and Van did. Look, it's true, but it's very high praise. There's a lot of people that also in that same position. Were they involved in that? Huh. Oh, there's also... I forgot she existed too, whatever the green-haired girl's name was. What was her name? One I hated. I actually don't remember her name. How do I not remember one of the core characters of a full game? I hate her that much, huh? They reminded me of the Viceland army because she was the leader. And that was her best moment, basically, on the Courageous 2. Was it the Pantagruel? I think it was the Pantagruel. I think it began with M. Muse. Muse. There you go. Weren't you meant to be dead around that point? Yeah, unable to act in any official capacity in any way that anybody would ever recognize you. He is dependable. That is the best word to use about Gaius. Stoic, also, probably. Not quite, but close. You expected anger and he didn't give any. That's classic Gaius. He is a character trait through and through. He's not a personality beyond it, but it's a good, strong character trait, so he ends up likable. He is as exceptional a youth as they claim. Sure, man. We're really hyping up Gaius now, huh? Oh? Oh, okay, yeah, I can see it. They both have the tan. And they're from close enough that you can see it, and they both live in the Highlands. So, they may have less history than we expected. But, technically, Nord was related to a Aryan, sort of, because they were near one, but it wasn't anything related to the wind. So I don't know if the Kruger are related to a Septarian or not. They could very well not be. So do we have a water tribe and earth tribe somewhere we've never met? Interesting question. Barkhorn sees the importance of it. He's like, that was astute. That was very astute, Van. I can't say more, though. Or nor maybe do I know more. Why would he say that? Qasim, man. He moved it to such a praising position, like, yes, you did well, and meanwhile he's insulting him. I feel like they're more Dominions than Gaius. Gaius is just a good church member, despite not believing in the church, by the way. But he does, right? No, he does. He just doesn't see the difference between... Is it just the wind in general? And Adios, so he's like, yeah, the same thing entirely. How? Yeah, but you could diss back. Yeah, the Kruger will be important, probably. Oh, he has more. Oh. Okay. Carson, that's very strange. That smirk is very strange. This is a very strange line, and I'm very uncomfortable. Why would you say that? What? What? Why? What is this obsession this series has with this weird shit, man? You could stop. You could stop whenever you like. Whenever you like. Yeah, that was a terrifying smile. Archon, it's not funny, it's disturbing. Okay, Carson. He's showing a lot more personality suddenly, though. It's good to see this side of him. Stop, you don't need to mention it again. I'm interested to see who would. Just no to Van. Saying that in front of Reen, by the way. Sister complex, huh? He doesn't seem like he has one, but he definitely does. And the sister herself. There's a reason she's the worst character in the series. Let's put it that way. By a source you shouldn't name. Why? Other characters? I mean, we know about Toa. And we know about Fee. But who the fuck else is coming? I don't think they'd be mentioning Milliam or Rufus, otherwise they'd have mentioned them already. Sorry, they'd be using Milliam or Rufus. Not Rufus. Usis. Because otherwise they'd have mentioned them when talking with Rufus. That's my actual thought process there. Anything else? Also, it's interesting to see Reen being quite active in investigating rather than just reacting actively. That makes sense. This is a different direction for him. It is just Fee and Toa, seemingly, but who else could it be? Who else could we be seeing? How? How are there people like this? We stopped fucking Almata, man. We should be famous among this circle of people. Don't mention Thors to me ever again, Bergen. Right. Hello, Maids and Kevin. Oh, they're talking about their accents. From Emma Rose. Is that the first time we've actually heard where he's from? Huh. Huh. Okay. Just the south of Arteria, huh? Interesting that one of the free cities in the center, though, had a relatively white population based on Rias and Rufino and Kevin. Berlin merchant for a client? Are we talking about... I can only think of Murano, famously. Good thing you're mentioning that he knows everybody and he will continue to know everybody. He knows a lot of people, right? We don't need to mention it again and again here, Mirabelle. Honestly, you know what? Thinking of people a bit below board, though I guess she isn't anymore, I'm surprised Ren isn't in this group. It feels like she should have been thrown in. Yeah? They're not far off. They're not as far off as you think, Van. In fact, you mentioned at least one person that Kevin has met before. Look at him. He knows. You mean Ouroboros? He's the way they're gonna connect the main group, man. That's how you're gonna have everything come to a head, by having a person who's more willing to interact with them. Some of them, but most of them no. Your old self. Oh, we're talking about the past, huh? Making third a bit more relevant. It's always been relevant, just saying. People are very wrong about that part, but yeah. What is his new title again? Oh, well, that's pleasant. We're having some very close relationships in these groups. It's very pleasant and very fun to have us actually go and just spend time with the closeness of a lot of these characters and how they have things you just don't think about anymore. There's so many relationships and bonds and connections characters have that have been discarded for so long, not in a bad way discarded, but just been out of the limelight that you forget. Then you have moments like this, which are relatively fresh, but man, she's really blushing, huh? Right, Kevin, what else do you have to add? Right, Kevin. Kevin, everybody thinks you think like that. Uh-huh. Okay. Cool. That's them. Last group. Is this the final conversation, or do we have a third set? That's the next question. And it's a big one, because this could take a long time if it isn't the last. I mean, if anyone's got anything going on, is this trio. I believe that. In fact, I believe he may be the most stand-up guy in this whole fucking building. Just doesn't realize it. As well as an association of a certain letter of the alphabet. Why put it that way? A bad situationship. Oh, they're good together, huh? Yep, see you soon for that. We'll probably get involved in it somehow. What are we testing, man? Why are you hiring these people to test for you? Why them? A vehicle on Crow's part, the bike, I guess. And we know about the doll, but what makes them stand out to Marty to go like, hey, let's reach out to them? And why Van then? Because they went to Van before the Grendel even happened. Are we meant to know they knew about his history? Does York play into it at all, actually? That's a good question. Bonds of camaraderie. What the fuck is that face? That's a new one. Look at them. They're both making such a I don't even know how to describe that face. Just cringing in sheer disgust. But they're not... That's good. Okay, that looks like that's it. Now, I wonder when Van will stop being reactionary, like Reen was. I wonder when we'll make a decision to move things along. Nightbreaker. Is that what he calls it? Van's van is called Nightbreaker. You're like Hermes too whenever she meets you, Crow. Did he have another ride? Oh, the Divine Knight. Yes. Oh, maybe they will be in this game. Shortly, they probably are in this game. Okay, she'll be pleased. Sweets? That's literally all I can think about. I hope we do meet Rosenberg. I want him to explain his history and what he knows. Desperately want him to explain that. Right, take a coffee break. Let's see where we're headed now. What's the storyline?
I'm glad to see everyone enjoying themselves so thoroughly. If I could have all your attention for a moment, I'd like to say a few words.
What is
Firstly,
up your sleeve?
I would like to once more offer my sincere gratitude to everyone for their cooperation in our trial.
Oh, the music.
Though we had some concerns due to the tight schedule the products were made under, the data from the test results surpassed our expectations. Over the next few days, we will work to fix any and all issues that were discovered and have an update as soon as possible.
Okay.
So, to both our external testers and to our guests, I'd like to extend my heartfelt hope that we continue our mutually beneficial relations.
Sure.
I'm really not sure what to think about all this.
Me and you both, Reen.
Yeah,
Me and you both.
reminds me a little too much of the head of the Black Workshop. Still holding out hope this place isn't nearly as bad, though.
Does he? I don't see the relation, really.
Even so, I can't help but feel it has just as many secrets.
They're both a bit serpentine, but that's about it.
Yikes. I was definitely the right guy to send here. Poor Gaius just ain't cut out for this shady stuff, and Celeste probably would have ended up leveling the building somehow.
She might have gotten a bit too into it.
Knowing her, you're probably right. But then again, are you really so different?
When he gets into it, but he gets into it a bit less.
I'm certainly
bit harder to
very
trigger him.
thankful for this new body. But we owe a fair bit because of it now, don't we?
Indeed. It wasn't simply a gift from the Meister. It was also a bit of a clever trap for us by the general manager, or perhaps even the C-suite.
As I'm sure you're all aware, our company is in full cooperation with the Republic's bold new initiative.
They are helping with space.
However, due to a majority of our internal resources being allocated there are certain tasks we've been unable to deal with.
So we contractors for them at the beginning
As
of the
such,
storyline? Is that
some
the
of you
idea?
may find yourself contacted with a proposition in the days to come.
Right.
Of course, we've no intention
Why
of
is it an
forcing
Altina?
any of you. If you happen to be interested, however, we'd gladly welcome your continued cooperation.
Oh, she's upset. He did not contact her with something she liked.
okay?
I remember hearing that Altina works with the Empire's branch of the Epstein Foundation.
That's right. Is it perhaps? I can't really say much about it. Just think of it as another one of our general manager's sneaky little tricks.
Oh, Carson
But that's
isn't
enough
happy
business
about
talk
that.
for the evening. For now, we've prepared hotel rooms for all of you.
He feels like if Maribel wasn't so clearly acting that makes sense. He feels like Maria Bell was not completely hiding the fact she's shady.
Your accommodations are at a high-end hotel in the center of Levance. I invite you to rest there and recover from your exertions.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me.
Is that Graham Hart? Oh?
My apologies for the interruption.
Okay.
However, I've just received some news I suspect all of you will be interested in as well.
Something big.
A live broadcast from Calvert has begun airing. I'll take the opportunity to put it up on a monitor so we can watch.
Seems like it blindsided him a bit. Maybe it's ahead of schedule? Whatever's happening? Probably with space.
Now, as per the sudden announcement from the presidential office, the launch of the second orbital rocket is about to take place. As outlined in the initial plan, this will be a trial run to confirm pilot safety for the manned flight plan in the third launch.
Which will probably involve us in some
Wasn't
way.
the launch scheduled for 2 weeks from now?
It would appear the schedule was bumped up.
Graham Hart is playing a very, very intricate chess game.
It seems preparations are complete and they're ready to begin the countdown.
That's a masterful move.
We've been granted access to the on-site 3D camera.
I like that a lot.
Ms. Alton, please switch the feed over to the AR system.
This is really giving us a sense of
Come
the
on.
games
You
they're
can't
playing
just
with
dump
each
that
other.
on me out of nowhere. At least we're gonna have the best seats in the house.
As they're playing some interesting games.
Whoa. This the same AR tech from the trial?
Whoa. Whoa. This reminds me of the Celestial Globe. Is it Celestial? Something
Beginning
like that.
countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
And this is a prime view of it, huh? Very, very cool.
We're back.
That's as far as the AR was able to follow from the 3D camera feed. The rest, we'll just have to watch from the camera on the satellite.
But what does Ouroboros think about all this? Again, there's stuff floating in the atmosphere.
A place that even Elysium was unable to reach.
Now, again, just saying, Nayuta left some chaos behind. In the air. In space. And this is, again, the most likely chance we'll get in the series to connect Nayuta, and I'm going to be looking for those opportunities.
Yeah.
Going back to CS4 when they killed themselves? It might actually explain why Reem Schmelgen knew about stuff if space has directly got something to do with it.
A humanoid unit, huh?
Which means the actual thing they want to send up there must be...
One of the Republic's assault frames. But wouldn't its balance be a problem?
They've
This is
been
the
one step
comms
ahead for a
observation
while.
satellite, Prometheus 4. Connection with the simulated manned flight frame. EXD completed.
EXD.
Cockpit temperature, 68 degrees. Airtight shield,
68
functional.
Fahrenheit.
Oxygen ratio,
Fahrenheit, right.
nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
I was like, 68 degrees, the person in there is dead, man. Dead, murdered, burnt to a crisp.
I hereby declare Part 1 of Project Star Taker's second phase complete. Provided the EXD unit's return is successful,
Immediately.
we'll proceed immediately to Phase 3.
Immediately? How long will that be? Like, 2 days?
Today's launch was moved forward without notice. However, we plan to have the presidential office issue an announcement prior to the next one. I expect we won't keep you waiting for long. And as always, we ask for your continued support for this project. The
This has been live coverage from the command center at Seku Space Base.
Man, with everybody
We'll
here
have more
being
details on
glued to the
project
screen,
schedule once the test dummy's return mission is complete.
makes this really feel monumental in the world. It feels like everybody's like, holy shit, this is happening. Just so
Now we
very
hurry back to
important.
the Republic.
And that, I think, is something they've executed perfectly. The scale of things is masterful.
Yeah, looks like things are really gonna start speeding up from here on.
But
I've
what are we
completed
going
my
to do
interim
about
reports, so I'm free to return to my transfer assignment.
That's great. Let's all go back together then. Kasim, Mirabelle, Mr. Thorndyke, thank you for all your help.
Is that the prologue? No. Still going. I guess we don't have a big cliffhanger yet. Maybe it'll be the third launch?
After seeing that
Oh,
test dummy,
no, the group's going their own ways.
no doubt in my mind.
It's based on Valimar? Or the divine...
Yeah. It's probably the
Nice.
real reason behind our unofficial invite to the Republic.
Along with your partners, right?
The robots? That, I mean, we still know they're...
Right. My machine
Brains
was
are sort
brought
of
from the
alive.
Imperial Airport, disguised as civilian airship cargo.
So we're having mechs return to this series in full, huh? I'm not sure how I feel about the return of Divine Knights, because that made Reams too strong, and nobody else did anything. But if we tone that down, and Valimar isn't just a cheat code, we're good.
You brought yours in from the Free Cities, is that right?
Yeah, I just finished setting up a cozy little spot for myself there. Thanks to all this, I owe the local authorities a huge favor now, though. But the Republic really went out of its way to take care of all the costs and negotiations involved in this trip.
That begs the question, why are they so eager to have you in Basel?
Basel. I mean, it's the science town. About sums it up. Both Valimar and Aldine returning would be interesting in terms of characters, but in terms of the world, it could be a disaster.
And I must say it worries me that Rufus is also active again now of all times.
I know what you mean, but I don't think he'll be making the same kind of suspicious plays that he did 2 years ago.
I can still see him killing someone.
Worrying about that guy's motives is a waste of time. He seems to be on the same page as that manager guy for now, anyway. Oh, but that reminds me. What was all that about before?
Him and Kevin are probably going to be in a group.
I'm guessing something's happened with the Epstein Foundation?
Yes. In fact, I just received word from Chief Plato that...
Plato? Yo, it's not Plato, it's Plato, man. It sounds so much better.
There you all are.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
everyone! Over here!
Mint is back. Fucking Mint. The sheer failure is back. I guess, of course, she's the only one who could make something good enough. Yun Kafai.
The time is nigh. The 8 leaves must come together as one, and cut a path to the land where the heavens turn.
What the fuck does that mean?
It is after your fateful clash with the Black God that you will find your true blade.
Does any of this mean? White God? Is he gonna be White God? These names are weird, but like I don't know what they're doing with this.
I can't stop thinking about how strange that space program
All of them
is.
feel like they have this huge thing going on
Not
now.
only that, but the fact they were so easily able to reach somewhere even Elysium couldn't is shocking. What are we going to do, Rufus?
Given the way things are at the moment, I don't intend to make any big moves. Besides, we still need to get your new body sorted out.
He needs to wait and see how he can use his resources to completely trump what they're planning with the lack of information
For now,
he has.
we'll meet up with Swin and Nadia as planned. We can treat it as a little vacation.
Where are you going?
Okay. I wonder what Nadia and Swin will think of my new body.
I'll think it's wonderful.
Don't know what your previous one looked like, but I can say for certain that this one is just jam-packed full of cute. That Rosenberg guy doesn't mess around. And of course, it helps that you're such a charming little lady on your own, too.
We skipped Rosenberg. We didn't talk to him again. Maybe later, maybe later.
Why, I'm glad you agree. You know, your name isn't too bad either.
Kevin.
70 points? No, definitely a 69 on the cuteness index.
Why are you so particular?
Ain't that kind of stingy? And what did my poor name do to lose that extra point?
The fact that she
First
acts
names
without
back to
regard
back.
for others' feelings is simply part of her charm. And just for reference, my name scored an 85.
He's
Just
keeping
had
track.
to rub it in, didn't you?
That's a really fun character
Sides
detail.
today. For real, though, I'm grateful for the ride.
So these are 3 groups. Van and Arcade Solutions, obviously. Reen and the small Erebonian crew with Mint, apparently. And Kevin, Rufus, Lapis, Nadia, and Swin.
Even if I'm only going to the Levance airport, I really wanted to avoid all the bells and whistles of a Marduk send-off.
I don't believe you. You're with them for the next part, surely.
It's my pleasure. However, given who you are, I imagine you could have flown anywhere you wanted without help.
And Merkba is
Fifth
probably
Dominion,
trailing you right
the
now.
Thousand-Hand Guardian.
That's right, that's his name.
Or perhaps you've changed your title again. I suspect what you were looking for wasn't just a ride, but a chance to discuss something with us away from prying ears.
Exciting.
Huh?
What does he have in store?
You got me. Figures that I couldn't pull one over on the top dog of the Ironbloods, a villain who plotted against the world.
He wanted to win even against Osborne. He would have won even. He was very close.
Couldn't talk about this earlier since Arkwright's master was there. But now, it's time for us bad guys to make some moves.
Okay, the morally
You see,
dubious
I've got a
acting.
job to do. I'd like to hire you to help out. What do you say?
I'm excited for that. Man, what a good setup for the 3 groups, except for the existence of Alamar and Audi. That scares me.
Perhaps I stirred the pot a bit too much. All of their selection as test members was entirely up to the risk management AI. But
He genuinely is managing none of it. He's just like, we made a really, 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 really smart computer. Let's let it do everything.
I suppose it's true that we were able to resolve a number of outstanding issues thanks to them.
You can be a real slimeball when you want to
What
be.
issues? What was the point?
You could have at least told Reset the truth, you know?
It was a necessary step, considering what lies ahead.
Are they trying to launch their own rockets?
First, the President's office pushed Phase 2 up without any advance notice. And now, taking into account the schedule for Phase 3 they just sent us, we're only barely going to make it in time.
No, they're trying to cooperate.
But that's... Ugh, what is that good-looking, good-for-nothing president even thinking? I don't care what kind of shifty stuff is going on behind the scenes. Ain't he rushing just a bit too much?
Look, if he wants to get ahead of Ouroboros, it is important he
Even
gets it
so,
done ASAP.
If we were to push back at all, everything we've worked for may just go up in smoke. We can leave the issue of the Garten entirely to the Foundation. So I want everyone to devote their full focus to this.
Arson is discarded, given to the Foundation, so we'll be working with them instead of
Simply
Marduk
must
for that.
bring forth all the resources we can muster.
Because it's probably in this game with those resources there.
All for the Republic's dear Project Startaker. Or perhaps I should call it the President's plan to drive a blade into the heavens.
What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck are we doing, man? What is this game? Who the fuck is that? Campanella? Rendell's all. Look, he has a lot of information, whoever it is. It's Campanella, he's back! Let's go!
Stupendous. Things are getting even more fun than I'd
God, I
hoped.
missed him. He's such a good Chaos character.
Campanella? Just what is the meaning of this?
Oh, he has so many
I got your
mysteries
message.
too.
I thought we agreed that you'd be helping with this, so why are you pulling out at the last second?
Sorry, my bad. I just got really busy here all of a sudden.
Doing
Everything
what?
on the surface has gotten so complicated.
Surface?
I don't have any time left to be helping out behind
Surface?
the scenes.
Also, has a gamer chat.
Far too late to
Surface.
back out now. Besides, isn't Harwood freed up? I'm well
They
aware
in
that
space as
someone
well?
needs to act as an observer, but just leave it to him and Isali.
Isali? Who the fuck is
Well,
Isali?
that'll
Is that
be
another
tough. Seeing as the old man left on a business trip yesterday, he asked me to just keep things moving along.
What?
And Novartis feels like he's just so
He said it was
fucking
part of the
overwhelmed
third
by
plan
the rest of the people.
and approved by you-know-who. And thanks to that, I'm utterly swamped with work. The best I can do is help you out here and there in my spare time.
What are you doing?
Forget it.
Observing?
I don't need your help. Damn you, Harwood. I cooperate with you on every possible occasion, and this is what I get in return? Fine. Since it's come to this, I'll simply have to go to the enforcers who are available, even if they're still wet behind the ears.
Ix and Yorda are back this game.
The new enforcers? I don't think our two newest members are really in a state to help at the moment. Might be kinda tough for most of the
Can
others,
we just see him in full? We don't need to hide his face, man.
But these two might just have a bit of time.
No, 18, sorry. Who are they? Oh, look at that! We see them immediately!
Have to pause the stream real quick, you know?
A VTuber.
Greetings.
A
It would
VTuber?
appear you're in the middle of your observation duties. I take it you're looking for assistance?
Was this the VTuber they were talking about? Also, that is an edgy
Perceptive
voice.
as usual. I like it. That said,
Is it
I'm
not-
not the one in need of help this time around. I'd like you two to give the professor a hand with his project.
Ah, it was something to do with Marduk, if I recall correctly.
That prof? Well, I guess I do owe him a favor, so as long as he's cool with me working remotely.
What the fuck is happening? Who
Much
the fuck are they?
appreciated. Even though
Why are we
this
throwing
isn't a
them in
front
so
and center
suddenly?
job, it's still very important. After all, it's part of her final plan.
Final
the
plan?
The long-awaited third phase, the eternal recurrence plan.
Final? Not a fourth? Huh? What about the two remaining Septarians? Opening. Oh yes, you weren't even in the beginning of the game. Why are you here? Oh, nice new outfits. Nice focus on our main crew. Nice. They are having a holiday. What? Okay, so she has a mech, for sure. A mega mech. Water has... Whoa, who the fuck? Yun Fai? What is this? What is all of this? Who the fuck are they? Okay, them. What the hell is happening? I saw the fucking Rosalie. He has a fucking... What? What is this? There's so much action. Who the fuck? What the fuck? What is this? But dude, I am completely overwhelmed. I have no idea what just happened this time. This was... I didn't understand the last opening very well. This one, I have no clue what the fuck just happened to me. New villain group, okay. Group, whatever number. Mechs are back. Hermes has a mech that's a cool mech. It's not just like a basic mech.
Those are impressive results.
I
can't complain with that.
Lots of fights. The guy has a big fucking bird. Holidays are happening with the picnicking front and Rufus and Kevin and Shizuna versus Rean happened in there. Yorda looks like she has an arc, no sign of Ix. Elaine's here, she's fighting somebody in a cool way. The group's together. I don't remember if I even saw Barkhorn. I wasn't able to process that. The Ereboni group was the group we already know. Nobody new was in there. I don't think I saw any mechs that could belong to Rean or Crow. Dude, That was a sensory overload. New Grendel? White Grendel? Related to Agnes, maybe? Who knows? Agnes is experiencing something. Cool new outfits, a lot of stuff. I don't know what else to say. That was a lot. Holy moly. Man. Okay. I didn't see the Grandmaster either, by the way. No sign of her. Nina was barely in there, which is insane, considering what happened in the end of the last game. It felt like she must be important to what's coming next. Maybe not. Maybe we're just skipping that for now and we're saving it for later. It's a minor thing. Maybe she's for the final arc. I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot to think about and a lot to process. And I feel like I shouldn't watch it again at all, because I might notice things I shouldn't. But God, that was good. In terms of getting me intrigued, at least. I don't know if it was actually good because I couldn't process it. But in terms of getting me intrigued, wow. Can we... We didn't even see the Genesis really be mentioned there either. I don't know what to expect. Shizna looked cool in that one shot as well. It looks like she has an arc. I hope she's with Van a bit, because I really like the two's relationship and her whole thing with arc ride solutions, and I don't really want to relegate it to the B team in Reen. Yeah. Yeah, that's something. I'm even excited for their fight. I don't know what you can fight. Yun Kafai was here. That was him. 99% chance. Campanella, I think, was in that a bit. Was there an Ouroboros mech? Maybe? Yep. We have a lot to figure out, I guess. Yep, we got an S rank. Have we hit the first hit? Absolutely not.
Reen.
Reen.
Draw so much attention.
Fuck. Why did Reen get it of all characters? I couldn't have been anyone else. Fuck. Part-times or proxies. Okay. Right. Whoa, what the fuck is this? Ouroboros channel? We'll save and then click on that one. I was gonna stop here, but if there's more, and we can go to the title screen. Weird. A short time prior. More lore? How are they reacting to this, I guess? Yeah, interesting. Are they trying to reach them? Are they in space waiting? Tryon Tower, what does this have to do with space again? I have too many questions. And they're just flowing through my mind like water.
This is the comms and observation satellite, Prometheus 4.
They've repeated this like 4 times now.
Manned flight frame. EXD completed.
It feels like we're meant to think this was rewound.
68 degrees. Airtight shield. Functional. Oxygen ratio. Nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
Or just abridge it somehow. Oh, it's the streamer girl.
Chat. It's Ouroboros, Myroboros, Ouroboros. That launch, though, literally out of this world. And the fact I got it on stream, so godlike.
What the fuck is this?
Mr. Dummy
This is
floating
an
around.
enforcer.
Cute. Wait, hold up. This viewer count's popping off.
She's not a
That
VTuber
tracks,
though.
though. This is some real historical-ish. Anyone who missed it's in for some primo FOMO.
Who the
Can
fuck is
humanity
this?
really touch the stars? I'll be keeping major tabs, so stay tuned for those deets, Ouroboros.
She reminds me of
Anyways,
Sherazade.
That's all for today. Be sure to
Visually.
like, comment, and subscribe.
The fuck? What was that? What was that? I'm not sure how to feel about that. Banned. Banned. What do you mean? Okay, I'll save again. That was interesting. That's the prologue done. This game has set itself up insanely. There's a lot coming, huh? This may... I'm very... Okay. I'm very hesitantly hopeful this will have as good pacing as Daybreak 2 and have stuff constantly happening. If it does, this will be absurdly good. I'm very excited for the rest, because that's a lot they set up in a really interesting way. I didn't even see characters like Sid, man. Were they involved anymore? It's too many questions. It won't be useful. I'll see you guys next time for the first chapter, seeing if it's a three-way thing immediately, if we have to do them one by one. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm excited. I'll see you then.